Thank you, Ken. As you know, Coach Bonise alluded to, thank you for everything you do in the sports community, especially the prep athletes, our student athletes of all our schools. It's much appreciated and an unbelievable job you do, and it means a lot to all of us as coaches and mentors in the community. As Ken said, I'm in my 8th year here at De La Salle. What a great institution it is. It's a blessing to be at De La Salle High School right now. And you know, just a great time for all alums and anybody in the community that's seen De La Salle from where, you know, from when it started to where it is right now. And I want to introduce the leader of that, and that's our president, Coach Paul Kelly, class of '83 in the back. We've been fortunate enough to be friends for 8 years. We both came in the same year with similar vision and everything to elevate De La Salle High School, and it's been a special ride, and just can't wait to continue to see what the future holds. A little bit about our season, kind of tell you about, it's been different. It's been 8 years, and this is the first year, even year one when I had 28 kids. I felt like I didn't have to deal with this, and now I have 60-something that was supposed to be dressing out, and we kind of lose a couple each week. It's a weird season of injury for us, you know, but it also opened opportunity and life lessons for a lot of our kids. And started back last spring. I lost my senior quarterback to be for the season in spring. He went through the offense for a full year following Julian Gums, who you guys are well aware of, who's doing great at Nicholls State. And had a year in our offense and was really ready to blossom. And then all of a sudden went down with an injury. His senior year was gone. And then we went into the fall. The day before we played fall scrimmage this year, my defensive quarterback per se, Joseph Husband, went down on a non-contact injury, as we're going to use him both ways, on just a simple pass out into the flat, and just made a move, and down he went. And you just knew it when you have the non-contact injury. So he's a young man that was a leader in the secondary. He started every day. He's been at De La Salle, started in the state championship a couple years back, sealed the game against St. Thomas More in the semifinals with an interception, and back in the sophomore year, was just ready to be the leader of that defense. So, you know, it's kind of where do you go? You lose your quarterback on offense, your quarterback on defense, and it opened opportunity, and it's been different challenge, but it's a great challenge. On top of that, we tried to play anybody and everybody we could play to prepare us for some of the Division II opponents we've seen in the playoffs. And, you know, what it led to is our starting quarterback right now, Cole Milford. Cole Milford's a sophomore. He's a young man in between 8th and 9th grade, saw the lack of depth we have at quarterback, and came to me and just said, Coach, you know, I want to play quarterback. I kind of looked at him like he was crazy, but we only had 2 guys on the depth chart, so it makes good for practice having 3 to throw the ball around a little bit. So anyway, the injury happens. Next thing you know, he's a starting quarterback, and they're mentioning his name because they're interested in with Brother Martin here. He was able to touch the ball growing up. Just 3 years ago, he was playing park ball for Gerard Playground in Jefferson Parish. He was able to touch the ball every single time. They wouldn't let him run they wouldn't run it. They wouldn't let him catch it, but he was able to touch it. He was an offensive center on the playground level, and he was snapping to Garrett Mamahat, the quarterback of Brother Martin. So that's who we had. But I tell you what, he's a tough kid. He's a great young man that's coachable. If he had a little bit of better of an offense coordinator, he wouldn't be put in bad situations, as I am the offense coordinator. And but he's resilient, a great young man that anybody would want to lead the team. And I think his best ball is later on in November. And we also have on offense, we have a young man, Montrell Johnson. He's a junior running back. He's already been offered by the University of Tennessee and multiple others. He's a fabulous player if you get a chance to see him. You know, unfortunately, week 1 when we played a healthy Warren Easton team, second possession of the game, he goes down with the injury, knock him out for 3 weeks during this gauntlet we had early in the year. But he's back playing. He's kind of on a pitch count, and each game he gets a little more and more. You know, last game he was fortunate. I think he had 285 yards on 19 carries and a loss to Lakeshore High School. Up front, we're led by senior Noah Devlin, offensive lineman. Right now, he is committed to Southeastern. Fine young man, legacy as his father went to De La Salle. On the defense side of the ball, we kind of depleted there up front. We lost 2 key We're really three key defensive starters up front, but we're all led by a junior, Jamiron Peterson, who's a fabulous player as well. Our linebacker core is intact, led by Ashley Robertson, a senior. And then the secondary, I mentioned about Joseph Husband, our quarterback, being gone, and how things work out. We have a blessing. Our best basketball player, one of our top basketball players, and one of the best basketball players in the city, Jalen Ned, he decided to come out his senior year for football. So he's probably a guy that's best with the ball in his hands, at running back or receiver. But due to what we had to throw him in the secondary. And he's definitely not even a year in of playing safety. His best ball will be later in November as well, as he keeps getting better and better. But it was a blessing to have him. And it's great to be in the situation we are. We're 2-3. There's no sugarcoating it. We played a very good schedule. And we're looking forward to Friday night playing West Florida. Our special teams, since I see Marlon Favre right up here, Marlon, he coached with me my first year at De La Salle, and did a great job with him, and came around with his young son, and said, "Coach, I have a son." I'm thinking to myself, okay, big defensive tackle, here we go. I'm ready to go. We limited. I got a sophomore punter, but he's very, very good. And he also plays receiver for us, and he's going to be very, very good. I don't think he even found a love for punting until this year. And, all of a sudden we were struggling punting the ball, and he said, "Coach, I can punt it further than that guy you have." And I said, "All right, well, 5 minutes after practice, let's punt a little bit." Next thing we knew, we had about 11 guys punting, and he won the battle. So that's kind of how it works. So he's our punter. We talk about adversity and life lessons. Our kicker is a junior Yanni Helmke. We 3 weeks removed from his mother passed away, so our team had to deal with that as well. And it's just so many things these high schoolers go through, especially today of social media, that I tell them they're blessed to have the people around them at home, moms and dads and mentors, and anybody that's in their lives. And it's such a blessing to be in their lives as a coach. And we have West Florida on Friday. West Florida is a team that I told our kids we have one more win than they do this year. It's a different type of game. It was a game over the summer that Will reached out to about a game that can be broadcast through 4 states, all the way from Florida here, a team that was ranked number 24 in the state of Florida last year, 33 the year before that. And then this year they find themselves in the uncharted waters, and talking to their coach on Saturday, where they're just in a game, in every game, and they're finding ways to lose it instead of win it. They're young in some spots. They come in, they're a school that has 1,300 students in it. It's a so much bigger school than what we're used to playing. Their offensive line's huge. They have some very good skill guys. I compared them with any of the best teams we played this year. I put them up any day of the week against anybody the Lakeshore team that we just were defeated by. And it's just a matter of if they come down here to New Orleans and take a drive and focus and play their best ball, we'll definitely be at our best to win. But definitely looking forward to Friday night. Definitely looking forward to where this team is late November. And if anybody has any questions, I'll be glad to take any. Anybody?
For the record, I didn't know that my son was running.
Well, that'd be pretty good. He's doing a great job. I think he's averaging right around 41 yards a punt right now, so doing an excellent job.
Hey, Coach,
Yes.
you mentioned Gum, your former player, and he is doing well at Texas. What other players do you have on the Division I?
We have multiple guys. We have Lance Robinson at Kansas State, doing well as a redshirt freshman, starting on every special teams and a couple little packages. We have Jamiron James at Tulane University. We have Jeremiah Hernandez at Tulane University. Jamiron James just, unfortunately, I think it's the year of the Cavalier injury right now. He is a loss for the year as well, just this past week, I believe. And, so need to get with him real soon. But, other than that, we have Nicholls State. We have Julian Gomes, who's doing great starting. Jeremiah James, Jamiron's brother, starting there. Miles Ward's at Northwestern State. We have Quincy Cage at Nicholls State. I know I'm missing tons and tons of players. I have a list of like 27 guys right now playing college football while we've been in the semifinals and state championship the last few years. But that's a good handful of them playing right now.
That just shows how great this program is put together.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's definitely the school we have. Anything else? Any other questions? Thank you for your time. Thank you.